just going to walk you through the basics of how to use Google Drive as part of MSDWT using your student account, and then how you can use what you work with on Google Drive to make Google Docs, Google Slides, like a PowerPoint presentation, and so much more. So this is just the basics, and we'll go over more in different classes. But to begin, first thing you need to do is go to drive.google.com. So if you want to, go ahead and open up a new tab, go to drive.google.com. So it should have a sign in, hopefully the person who used the computer before you remembered to sign out. Otherwise, be nice and sign them out for them. And then you are going to be using your student Gmail account. So your student Gmail account is going to be, you can see this page I'm working on. We went to drive.google.com. So your email address is going to be, as you can see, your student ID number at student.msd.k12.in.us. Nice and short for you. So there's an example over here of what that could look like with a fake ID number I made up on the top of my head. And your password is going to be the same thing you use for Skyward. Hopefully you know what that password is. So let's assume that we did all the good stuff. Mine's obviously a little bit different because I'm a teacher. Doesn't say .teacher, just gives me the letters. So I've typed in my Skyward password and I'm ready to sign in. Now my drive is going to look a little different than yours if you've never used it before, because I'm already going to have some files and some folders in my drive. So you can see I've got some To Kill a Mockingbird, some outliers, all that good stuff. So what you're going to need to do is to start a Google document. You want to go to New over here in this corner and click on it, and then you can go create a new folder. You can upload files, upload folders, but what we want to do today is to go to click on Google Docs, and that's going to open a new tab for me. So you can see it's loading. It looks a lot like other word processing programs you might have used, like Microsoft Word or all that other good stuff. But the nice thing about Google Documents is, one of the nice things is that it automatically saves. So no, like, oh, I forgot to save it. And you can access it anywhere that you have internet where you can use Google. So all you have to do is log into it. So first thing we need to do is give it a title. So yours is going to probably be something like TCAM essay, and then I'm going to want to put my first initial and last name. So pretend I'm Beyonce. I'm going to put B. Knowles. Whoa, typo. TCAM essay B. Knowles. There. So we've got a title for our essay. Now before we do anything else, we need to share it. So we're going to go over here to where it says share. Right now only I can see it, and you are going to share it with me, your teacher. So you're going to share it with, oh, let me type that again, ASEI@msdwt.k12.in.us. So then it's going to say that I can edit your files directly. So if I see something, I can make a change, or I can make comments, or I can just view it. So you want to give me the edit or the comment at least, so I can be like, hey, you need to remember this paragraph should go here, and all that good stuff. I'm not going to go in and delete all of your work. I'm not that evil. And then you're going to click send. So now Ms. Seibert has access to your essay. So instead of having to figure out what you need to be done, you can say, hey, Ms. Seibert, can you look at that document I shared with you? We're just going to streamline the process. So now that you've shared it with me, we got to go and format our essay. So Google Docs already makes our margins correct. So we're going to go to File, and down here where it says Page Setup, you can see it's already got 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So the margin is going to be the frame of space around the words that we type. That looks good to me, so I'm going to click OK. Now up here you can choose your different fonts. I will stick with Arial or my favorite, Times New Roman. Go ahead and make it 12 for Miss Seibert's old eyes. And then you're going to type your first name and your last name. So if I'm Beyonce writing this paper, it's going to look like this. Beyonce Knowles. And click return, or hit return. And then you're going to put my name. You always put your teacher's name. So Seibert. So your name, my name, our class, which is, you can say Lang and Lit, you can say English, Lang and Lit, maybe you're in W4. And then you're going to put the due date, not the date you started, but the date it's due. So maybe if my essay is due March 5th, this is how I type it. 5 March 2017. And this is how to do an MLA heading. Seems difficult, pretty painless. But we need to go back, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything in that document, and I need to make it double spaced. So up here, you see the arrows going up and down, like an elevator. You're going to click there, and you can see right now I'm on 1.15 spacing. I want to make it double spaced. So watch when I click it, what happens to the words on the left. Boom. Lots of room. So when I need to make comments or whatever, I can go through the margins and do all that stuff. So all of this is on the left side of our paper. So I'm going to enter return, or the enter button, and now I'm on a new line. And I need to add my title for the paper. So my title needs to be in the center, right over here. So instead of having my words on the left side, I need to tell Google Docs now I want it to be in the center. So I click that. And then I type a super original title here. Not just TCAM essay. Make it something creative that I'll be interested to read about. So the next thing I'm going to do is hit enter again. I'm on a new line. Now I need to tell Google Docs I want it to be back on the left alignment. So I'm going to click left. And I've got these handy little pictures up here to show you what you're clicking on. And then to start my very first paragraph, I am going to hit the tab button. Boom, it indents for me. So this is going to be my, so I'm going to just type it for you. This is going to be the attention grabber or the hook. It can be, be more than one sentence. So I just start typing my paper. And as you can see up here, it says all changes saved in Drive. So a lot of different tools you can use with Google Drive. We can go back up here. Tools, like we've got spelling. They can define words for you, do a word count. How many words have I written? You could do voice typing. I can do another video on that to explain how that works. You could add tables. You could add all the things your little heart can desire. This essay is just nice and easy. You can see I do it all in the same font, all the same color, all the same size. This is how your papers are going to look from now on. I know you're creative, but we gotta just stick to the old boring stuff and let your creativity happen in your writing. So I'm just gonna type a bunch of other stuff, and then you can see that in this, it indents for me, goes double space, blah da 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 da. Should have made a space here. And I'm hopefully typing wonderful sentences that will get me a good grade. Da 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 da. More sentences. And then I hit return or enter, tab again, onto the body paragraph. And you just keep doing that and doing that until your paper is over. And again, it automatically saves it. So let's say I do that, I've typed it. Okay, now what do I do? So I can actually now go back to my drive, and you can see, you can go to last modified, like what's the very last thing I worked on? Oh, right here, TCAM SA, B Knowles. So I can click on it, and then it will load, and you'll see all of those wonderful things you've been working on. Don't have to worry about saving it to a flash drive ever again, or which computer's desktop did you save it on, or having to email it to yourself, or none of that nonsense. Ain't nobody got time for that. We're just going to be using Google Drive. So hopefully this video has coached you through what you need to do to create a document using Google Docs on your Google Drive. So when we go to submit it to Canvas, there will be an option for you to, instead of file upload, you can upload your files from your Google Drive, and that will be what we look at in our next video. So I hope this helps, and if you let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Happy typing. Good luck, writers.